I'm really excited to introduce our justice nominee, Judge Thomas Trent Lewis. I remember when our board members suggested Judge Lewis, and I wholeheartedly agreed. I remember being in Judge Lewis's courtroom back in 2006 when I was a baby lawyer and getting terribly beaten up by evidentiary objections from opposing counsel. And Judge Lewis admonished him and had said something like if we continued to delay the trial, he would order us back in court every day until we finished. Judge Lewis also spoke a couple years back about the importance for having trauma-informed lawyers and trauma-informed courtrooms and understanding trauma. He was a certified family law specialist. He knew the area of law, and it was really helpful to not have to educate the bench on the law when we represented clients in front of him in court. And so his background in family law plus his commitment to trauma-informed lawyering is why I am so very honored to present our Justice Award to Judge Thomas Trent Lewis.
Okay, well, thank you, Carmen. I guess I'll open my award now and see what you have for me. And I really appreciate everybody at the Los Angeles Center for Law and Justice recognizing me. And it came with a nice note, and I appreciate that. And here's the award, which is a beautiful lucite award. I don't think you're going to be able to read it on camera, but there it is. It's very pretty, and I have just the right place for it with some other very important honors that I've received along the way. But I have to say that this award is especially important to me for three reasons. One, of course, the recognition for which I'm humbled and honored to join organizations like the Los Angeles Center for Law and Justice because of the work that it does. And secondly, because of the great respect that I have for the Los Angeles Center for Law and Justice, mostly because they help our most vulnerable populations, especially in Southern California. And then third, I'd like to just reflect on a couple of things. So I have grandchildren, two, who are half Irish American like me and my wife, through my mom, and also half Guatemalan. And I think about those girls all the time, that there, but by the grace of God, they might be subjected to some of the difficulties that the Los Angeles Center for Law and Justice helps to preserve, especially in the Hispanic community, quite frankly. The demographics of the population it serves is particularly important. The second thing that I'd like to just reflect on is the concept of who is my neighbor. And my great mentor taught me to recognize the answer to the lawyer's question, who is my neighbor, was the parable of the Good Samaritan. And I think that charity is really reaching out to others in need. And what population is more in need than the population served by the Los Angeles Center for Law and Justice? And then lastly, in terms of reflection, I think it's interesting to note the word charity. The word charity really, as we use the word, has its roots as extending help to another in need who's lacking in means. Extending help to another in need who's lacking in means. And what organization does a better job of that than the Los Angeles Center for Law and Justice? In my view, there isn't. And it's such an important organization. And while I'm the honoree today, it's my honor, candidly, and it's a humbling honor indeed to be here, to recognize the important work. And but for that I'm Judge Lewis, I would be more than happy to, of course, encourage you with regard to giving, but I'm not allowed to do that. But I can say this: where do you show that you stand for law and justice? How do you show that you know who your neighbor is? What effort will you make to extend charitable love towards others? So I encourage you with those words. I'm encouraged by them, and I wish you all the very best, and God bless. And thank you very much.